I thought Termix was just another SSH client, but it's actually a full self-hosted server management platform. So you get SSH tabs, remote desktop access, file management, dashboards, and even mobile support. Completely for free and open source. I actually tried many tools like Remmina, Termius, Tabby, and many more. They all work somehow, but they don't have all features I need. So something like Tabby, they don't have a smartphone app. Remmina don't have one also. Termius doesn't have a Linux client, I think. And Remmina is the only one that supports RDP. And last week I found about Termix. So I thought to myself, why don't we just take a look at it together? And that's why I'm making this video today. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Alright, so this is the GitHub page of Termix. Last commit was 3 days ago, and they have 12,000 stars. If we see here, last release was 4 days ago. Let's see how many releases they have. And if we scroll down a little bit, the release before this was 2 weeks ago, and the one before was last month, which means this project is actively maintained and it can be trusted. Let's see some screenshots. I like it already, so let's install it. I will go back to the home page, scroll down, and here we have a Docker Compose file. So we have two services right here. We have Termix and we have a Guacamole here. Here they are mentioning Guacamole is only needed if you want to use RDP. So I will leave it, I think. So for Termix we are using this image. The container name is Termix. The restart policy is unless stopped. We are exposing port 8080, which means it will be accessible from this one. We are mounting this bad boy. This is the bot we are going to use. It depends on Guacamole, so it can't start if Guacamole isn't started, and it will use this network. Guacamole will use the port 4822 and will be in the same network as Termix. So let's install this bad boy. There is many ways on how to deploy Docker containers in Linux. So you have Dockhand, Portainer, or you can do CLI, just like I will do today. But if you prefer Dockhand or Portainer, I have two videos about them. I will link them in the description box for you. Here I have a small Debian VM which is running on my Proxmox server. And I want to install Termix on it using Docker CLI. So no Portainer, no Dockhand, just like I mentioned before. So first thing we do always on a new Linux system is to check for updates. Just type sudo apt update and the password and sudo apt full upgrade. Yes. The system is now up to date, so now we have to install Docker and Docker Compose. I will open up a new browser tab, and here I will type Docker Debian, install Docker engine on Debian. Let's scroll down a little bit, and this is what I'm looking for. So this bad boy adds the GPG key of Docker to your system. Then it adds a repository to your apt sources. So let's copy it. You don't have to go and search for the installation commands. I will put everything for you in the first comment. Let's paste it here. And yes. Alright, now let's install Docker and Docker Compose. Let's scroll down a little bit. And here it is. So with this command, you can install Docker and Docker Compose plugin. So let's copy it. Paste it here. And yes. It's installed now. Let's see if it's running already. Just type sudo systemctl status docker and docker.service, I think. And here you see Docker is active and it is enabled, which means it will start with the system automatically. Now we are ready to install Termix. Let's clear everything. I like to keep everything organized, and that's why I always put all my Docker containers under the folder opt. So I will move to this directory. Just type cd/opt. Now if I type ls here, there is a directory called containerd. Don't worry about it, just create a new one for Termix. So type sudo mkdir termix. Okay, now it's called termin instead of Termix, so I will rename it. Sudo mv termin to Termix and enter. Alright, now if I type ls, it's called Termix now. Let's move to this one. And now I'm inside it. I will go back to GitHub, copy this bad boy. Now we have to create a small file for the Termix Docker Compose. Just type sudo nano. The file name will be compose.yaml. And paste the bad boy we have copied before. Now hit Ctrl O to save. and Ctrl X to exit. And the last command you have to enter, this one is just for starting the compose file. Just type sudo docker compose up -d. It's downloading both containers now. And it's done. Termix should be reachable from the web browser by now. So you need to find out the IP address of this VM. So just type ip-add, and this is the IP address. So I will copy it, paste it in the web browser, and give it the port 8080. And like always, remove the S from HTTP. Let's create an account. The username will be bigboy, and a secure password. Sorry for the interruption, just wanted to remind you that your like and subscribe will help the channel grow, which leads to more videos, more people that likes Linux and self-hosting, and more people that hate Mac and Windows. And we are in. We are in the dashboard right now. Here we have some information about the Termix server itself, which version is running, uptime, and database health. We have no hosts, no tunnels, and no credentials saved. No activities, really nothing. Let's add the first host actually. I will click on add host and add host one more time. It will be an SSH host. I will add my npm server here. So it has this IP address. Port 22 is okay. This username. If you don't want to use Wake on LAN, you don't have to enter MAC address. So I will leave it empty for now. The host name will be npm. And the folder name will be, I don't know, let's go with locals. Tag is Debian maybe? I don't need any notes. And here you can enter a password or use SSH key. You can also use credentials which you can use on multiple servers. I will just go with password for now. The npm is just a testing server. And add. And the npm server is now connected. You can also see here it's green, which means it's reachable. Now I want to add my Windows desktop here just to test RDP. I just started my Windows PC. I hope you won't hear its fans. And add. Protocol is RDP. So I will type the IP address here, the username. The name of this PC is shitdos. Folder locals. Tags is Windows. And the password. Let's see what's under status. You can enable or disable monitoring. I will disable it actually because it's not a server and it will be offline most of the time. Let's see what's under remote desktop. Security mode is RDP, I think. Let's leave it to any now. I will ignore certificate check. Color depth is auto. Everything is okay here. You can disable audio if you want this. And you can enable audio input. And here you can enable or disable some performance settings, like wallpaper, animation, font smoothing, and things like this. Alright, let's add. And both clients are now here. Let's try to connect to npm. And we are connected. Let's go back to host manager. Connect to Windows. And it's working also. The performance is really good. I can't say anything about it. And what I like about it is you have tab view here, so you can switch between your VMs. And right here we have some tools, like you can create some snippets. You can say here, I don't know, update, and it will be sudo apt update, sudo apt full upgrade, and create. And now I can just select a Linux client and click on run, and it will do this. We also have a split screen here, so you can say I want 3 ways, and npm will be here, and shitdos here, or maybe 2-way. npm will be here, and Windows here, and apply. And it's not working, I think. As you can see, nothing happens right now. Let's try to minimize everything. It's not working. I think it's a web browser problem, so I will try with Chromium. Alright, I will connect to npm 2 times, or 3 maybe, and go to tools, split screen, 3, and now it's working, I think. I was testing with GNOME Web before and it's buggy a little bit. Alright, now it's working, but the layout isn't right. I mean npm and npm2 should be next to each other, and npm3 should be in the down here. And they are now just next to each other. But we have a split screen at least. Alright, let's close everything here and go to Host Manager. Here we have some action buttons, so you can remove this bad boy from the folder, edit, delete, you can export its settings, clone, and copy its URL. And here you have connect to terminal, and this one is really amazing, open file manager. So you have really a web-based file manager for your server. You can just right-click stuff and download. You can also upload stuff here, create new folders or new files. You can also check the status of a server. So I have npm here, you can just click here. And this is an overview of my npm server. So I have CPU usage, memory usage, disk, network interfaces, its uptime, some informations like hostname, OS, and kernel in use, and SSH login statics, which is really helpful, I think. For RDP clients, you can just connect with RDP to the server, which is more than enough for my use case. I want to show you one more thing, so if I go to Home, I can tap Shift 2 times, and here I have some quick actions, like I can repeat recent activities just by clicking to npm right now. I'm connected to it one more time, and you can do this from anywhere. So here you have some navigations like add host, add credentials, admin settings, user profiles, update log. You can connect to your hosts, and you have some links. A very important thing to do now, go to your user profile and admin settings, and here you have to disable new account registration. Let's see if we can enable 2FA login. Nothing here. OIDC. I don't want to use external authentication. What is under users? Maybe it's under edit anywhere. So we have the username, some informations, sessions, roles, API keys. Looks like nothing here. So I think 2FA login isn't supported yet, which is not so amazing. I mean, for sure Termix will not be reachable from the internet, but 2FA is a must-have, I think. And that's it for today. I spent some hours with Termix, I am really happy with it, and I think I will move all my stuff to it. I was using Remmina and Tabby before. Remmina was for RDP and Tabby for SSH. Termix can do all, and it's web browser based, and it has a smartphone app which looks like this. And I really like it. So my task is over. I showed you Termix and how to install it. Now you are in. Consider supporting the channel if you think I deserve it. So you can buy me a coffee, link in the description. And join the channel to see all videos 1 week before everyone. You will also be able to vote for new video titles. And if you can't do this, your like and subscribe are more than enough. Like always, just write me in the comments if you run into any problems and I will reach out to help. Now thank you for watching and see you in the next time. This is Libre-Data and we are just getting started. See you the next time.